Hey, this is Steve Domenico from Lion Fight 37, weigh-ins here with Sean Rockwell, manager, Prime Elite Management for a lot of New England fighters and beyond. Buddy, how you doing? One of your major fighters is Chip Marazapola, the Surgeon, fighting tomorrow, co-main event. How you feeling about this, my friend?
I'm feeling awesome. I mean, we set up this fight knowing that it was a good stylistic fight for him. This kid right behind me deserves all the credit. I mean, he puts in the work. If you've ever heard an interview from Chip, he talks about how he was in MMA, and people who would say, yeah, well, I'm going to stand and bang, they got clipped once, and all of a sudden, let's take him to the ground. So this is where he belongs, and I'm just happy that he signed with us, and we're doing as much as we can. But he's not the only big news tonight for tomorrow either. Steve Walker put him to sleep, making his pro debut, highly anticipated. We actually had, I can't even tell you how many promotions reach out to us and ask to have it. I mean, Steve was 11-2 as an amateur. He's held 4, 5 titles. I can't even count anymore. Like, this kid works harder than anyone. He's a father of 4, full custody. Yep. He works a job. He trains. I mean, that guy, I mean, I'm waiting for the, Lifetime movie on him or something. Like, he deserves it. So,
and he's a great guy. He's like very humble and he's very good, outspoken and very good guy.
Unbelievable. So yeah, so very excited for tonight. Yep. And so yeah.
And as far as that, I mean, you cover all combat sports, athletes, representing them and everything. You got a lot of MMA fighters coming up. So you're doing it all, Sean. So your name's Sean Rockwell, but people call you Sean Rock. What is the? By the way, this is Sean's daughter who has agreed to be in this interview with us.
Oh yeah. Huh. Say hi.
She's being very good.
Say hi.
So as far as the name, because the name Sean Rockwell, I like them both. What's the story behind it?
Legal name is Sean Rockwell. It's what I go by. Right. People call me Rock, but I go by Sean Rockwell. Okay. I separated my personal Facebook from my business work because, I don't need people seeing pictures. Like, not that y'all don't see pictures of my daughter. Free advertising. Exactly. I use her. She's adorable. Love her. But people don't need that. You know what I mean? And I don't want my family in the limelight with all that stuff too, especially because, I deal with Russia and China, a bunch of other countries. So I created a Prime Corp. That's what it was always known as. Okay. Somebody, don't know who, reported me for having a fake account because it's not a person account. It was, so I had to change the name on it. But the only name I could do is obviously a real name, so I just did Sean Rock, so that way people didn't get confused. The 2 accounts.
Well, it's a great nickname. It's a great name, but you are a big manager for these fighters now. So Sean Rockwell is the name. For people personally, hey, Mr. Rock, we could call you that.
Absolutely.
All right. Any future signings? Anything? You don't have to give names, but you're always seeing. I mean, you grab them when they're hot in the New England area because. We got talent everywhere.
Take a look at what's going on right now. Yeah. You got Calvin Kattar, who I've known Calvin a long time. Love Calvin. I don't manage him. Tyson does. Tyson does a phenomenal job with his guys. But, you got someone like Calvin who puts in the work, has his own promotion, never quits. I was there when he fought Chris Foster. It was a battle. Yeah. He won, but it was a battle. Like, I could see either of them in the UFC. I'm just glad that he got it. But New England's blowing up, and we deserve the opportunity. I will stand here and tell you, we have the toughest fighters, athletes. I won't even call them fighters. We have the toughest athletes, bar none, out of any region. We just do. We have people who, they could be losing on the scorecards, but they're going to hit you with a spinning back elbow like Julio Pena did and knock the dude out with 20 seconds left of the fight. Like, there's no quit, no give up. So I love it. I love New England. There's a few new people being signed. Some from the New England area, some not. We're starting to branch out. We turned down a lot of people. So we're trying to keep this like a family. I'm from a wrestling background, so we don't want too many people where I don't have enough people who work with me. No, we're going to leave that alone, Princess. I don't want too many people with me where I can't give the proper attention that's due to each fighter. Like, they deserve it, and we try to do it. I have a great team behind me, CFO Jeff, COO Sean Manna, who will be here tomorrow night. He drives up from New York. So, it's awesome. But I can't speak too deeply about the New England fighters that we're in negotiations with, but let's just say 2 of them are undefeated and maybe train at the same gym, and who knows, maybe are fighting on an upcoming card in August somewhere around
Oh my
Plymouth.
God, she's giving.
I don't know, but I'm just throwing it out there. But we'll see what happens. We're finalizing a lot of negotiations.
Excellent.
We are actually signing this kid. His name is Trevor Morris. He's known as the Monster. He's out in Michigan. This kid is
he with Michigan top team out there? Or just...
He is now with Michigan
Is
top
he?
team. We
All
just
right,
moved him
look at
out.
that. All right.
He's traveling to Florida to train with that top team too. The kid is an amateur. He's 11-2 as an amateur. He's 4-1 amateur kickboxing, 1-0 amateur Muay Thai. He was a former wrestler in high school as well. The kid is so well-rounded. He holds 3 titles right now in 3 different weight classes. He wanted to turn pro. He reached out to us. I never signed somebody I don't believe in. I did enough research on him. I actually have a research team. They did a lot of research on him. So by next week, we are actually signing Trevor Morris. He's going to do it all electronically. We're going to fly him up in October for our 9-year anniversary, October 1st. So everyone gets to know each other.
Nice.
We're going to have a huge Prime training center. Not center, but
just an event.
So all the guys are going to work with each other. Anyone that we sponsor or manage, which is really exciting. Other things going on. August 19th, you can go on to fight.tv or fighttv.tv or whatever it is. Go to Fight TV. Darren Maima is fighting in Russia. He's fighting in Grozny against one of the top Russian prospects at 125. He was signed exclusively to ACB. Doesn't matter how much money he's making, but he's making a very good amount of money, and they're paying for everything for flights. They're one of the leading promotions now, right under the UFC, Bellator, around there. Chris Foster will be back in action in October when he's cleared and healthy. He'll be on the Bellator card coming up in Mohegan Sun.
Nice.
Nick Alley is fighting. We just signed Nick.
CES
Nick is fighting CES. Kerry Kennison is actually fighting in Pennsylvania. She's fighting August 19th for XCC.
You're busy, Sean. You got some killers out there.
They're always amazing. You know, it's great.
You're always looking, for the local and the killers. You're always there. You're always around. You're in the gyms. You know what's out there. And if they're under your name, they're definitely killers, because just the names you put out there, they're out there. So as far as you and getting in touch with you, if people, fighters, up-and-coming fighters, how do they get in touch with you as far as anything?
I mean, email is usually the best. primeathletics@yahoo.com. I mean, there's the website ones, but that's my direct one to my phone, so that's always the easiest. You can go on to the Facebook page, Sean Rock, or the Prime Athletics Corp fan page. Message me there. If it's not me, it's one of my board of directors, but someone will get back to you. But a lot of good things happening. And just to clarify, I mean, we have killers, like you said, but we don't sign just anyone, and we turn down a lot of people. And the reason for that is I want role models. I want people that can come to my house, meet my daughter, and I don't feel embarrassed because of things that are going to come out of their mouth or how they're going to act, or are they smoking cigarettes or what. I don't want any of that. I grew up a different way. I've wrestled for 24 years. It's, to me, accountability, respect, loyalty, that's what truly matters. It's more than a record.
Awesome.
You heard it here, Domenico 101, and Steve, you're going to go on record, guys. This guy can be annoying. We all know it's true. He can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but he does it all for the fighters. He does it all for you guys who are watching, and like him or hate him, I guarantee you're watching what he's doing, and we appreciate it. And thank you, man.
Hey,
team effort for everything.
With that said, I was grounded a lot as a kid, so I do it to everybody. So with that said, from Lion Fight 37 weigh-ins, we'll be back tomorrow night, where Sean Rockwell and his Prime Elite Management and Chip Maraza Pollard, the surgeon, is going for his first time ever Cruiserweight World Lion Fight title. Huge for New England.
Not just that, he will be, because mark my words, I'm calling it third round. And when he wins that title, he will be the first ever fighter in New England to win a world championship. Because this belt is on the same level as a UFC, a Bellator, a ONE, and ACB. This is where that is. This is a national, international company. Scott Kent does everything he can for the fighters. this isn't a regional title. Not that there's anything wrong with
No.
that. We have fighters like Darren Maima. He
Yeah.
got to ACB because he's the K-Steins champion. I appreciate Mike Polvere. He does so much.
Awesome.
Everyone's
Polvere.
great, but this is the first ever New England held national
And
world title.
From the biggest Muay Thai promotion in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
So
that's a huge accomplishment.
This is it
for
right
someone
here.
coming out of MMA and only fighting what for the past year or so for a lion fight.
Yeah.
Big for New England. Big for you and your company. Big for everybody. We're all winners here. I appreciate you for coming on. I know, this is how he deals with his fighters. See how calm she is? He'll get you that same way. And you'll win.
Absolutely.
And you'll win.
We're all about winning.
All right, sweetheart.
Can you say bye-bye to everybody? Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye.
I gotta love
Take it easy, guys.
All right, we're
Thank
outta
you.
here. We'll see you tomorrow night. Tune in, 9 p.m., Access TV Live, where we're taking New England and showing the world what we got. All right,
Let's do it. Thank you.